Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So friends, as you may know, at the beginning of each month I do a legal recap, a brief summary of the legal stories for the month. Interestingly, February started with Donald Trump posting dangerous, unhinged rants about the prosecutors who are investigating his crimes. And February ended with Donald Trump posting dangerous, unhinged rants about the prosecutors who are investigating his crimes. And friends, at this point, the only thing standing between Donald Trump and a criminal conviction is an indictment. Here is a brief recap of the legal stories for the month that was February 2023. So friends, can we talk about Donald Trump's latest desperate and dangerous posts, as well as the continued deafening silence from the Department of Justice? You know, friends, it's time to act. So friends, to absolutely nobody's surprise, Kevin McCarthy chooses to use the Speaker's gavel for pure political revenge. I think it's fair to say that during the month of January, we were pretty much just treading justice water. Let's hope we don't drown. Here is a short recap of the legal stories for the month that was January 2023. So friends, what can we do about some of the ethical problems in our government? For example, we know there are a lot of former Trump officials who knew that Donald Trump was committing crimes while he was president, and they concealed Donald Trump's crimes. But once they left government, what did they do? They revealed them by publishing books and profiting off of those revelations. That is an enormous ethical problem in our government. There is something we can do about it. I'm actually proposing 22 words. So friends, the Republicans in the House have finally decided to focus on and prioritize a problem that impacts so many working class Americans these days: Hunter Biden's laptop. So friends, it looks like there was an unusual convergence of two seemingly unrelated stories today: the Chinese spy balloon story and the sad state of our House and Senate Judiciary Committees. So should Donald Trump be prosecuted for racketeering in violation of the New York State RICO laws? Well, the prosecution team that investigated the crimes of Donald Trump said yes, but New York District Attorney Alvin Bragg said not so fast. So friends, the Republicans in the House of Representatives decided they were going to hold a congressional hearing at which they were going to give former Twitter executives a piece of their mind. What happened? Well, the former Twitter executives ended up making the Republican members of Congress look foolish. So friends, I was back in federal court in Washington, D.C. today, watching multiple trials. I watched some of the Proud Boys seditious conspiracy trial. I watched opening statements in what is now the third trial against members of the Oath Keepers organization for their role in the insurrection. And we continue to see the boots of the insurrection, the foot soldiers of the insurrection being tried, convicted, and imprisoned. But we have yet to see a single minute of accountability for any of the suits of the insurrection. So Special Counsel Jack Smith has subpoenaed former Vice President Mike Pence to testify to the grand jury about the crimes of former President Donald Trump. Well, friends, more classified documents have been found at Mike Pence's home. What does all this mean for the prospects of Donald Trump being criminally indicted for his classified documents crimes? So friends, given some recent legal developments, I think it's fair to say that we are one day closer to Donald Trump being indicted for his Georgia state election crimes. So friends, former Vice President Mike Pence has tons of incriminating information and evidence about Donald Trump's efforts to try to overturn the results of the 2020 presidential election. So naturally, Special Counsel Jack Smith has subpoenaed Mike Pence to the grand jury to testify about Donald Trump's crimes. And now we've learned Mike Pence will fight that grand jury subpoena. So friends, it was just reported that the Department of Justice will not prosecute Representative Matt Gaetz in connection with the underage sex trafficking investigation DOJ has had up and running for quite some time. We're going to take on the question of why federal prosecutors decline to bring charges. So friends, we just learned a little bit. We got a small glimpse of what the Georgia State Grand Jury thought of Donald Trump's election crimes. And I have to tell you, I like what I'm seeing. So members of the Proud Boys organization are on trial right now in federal court in Washington, D.C., charged with a seditious conspiracy and other crimes for their attempted violent overthrow of our democracy. And they just announced that they have a very important witness they want to put on the stand to testify in their defense at their trial. That witness? Donald Trump. What could possibly go wrong? So friends, are you ready for a Donald Trump indictment? I know I am. How close are we? So friends, some of the Fox network anchors have been caught in their own words, caught in their own emails, lying to their viewers about election fraud. And yes, they're being sued, and they'll probably be ordered to pay more than $1 billion to the people in the organization that they defamed. But I think we, the people, have a right to ask, what is our federal government going to do about it? So friends, once Donald Trump is indicted, and he will be indicted, how is he likely to react? I'm going to go out on a limb and say, not well. So friends, we are now hearing from someone who was inside the grand jury room down in Georgia, the grand jury that investigated the election crimes of Donald Trump. And based on what we're hearing, it's pretty clear. Indictments are coming. So friends, it's pretty clear. Special Counsel Jack Smith is getting after it. We just learned that he served a federal grand jury subpoena on Ivanka Trump to testify about Daddy's crimes, and her husband, Jared Kushner, to testify about his father-in-law's crimes. So friends, given some recent reporting, it's pretty clear. Special Counsel Jack Smith is putting in the work. He is moving quickly, he's moving aggressively, he's moving fearlessly, and my confidence that we have a justice warrior on the job is growing. So a grand juror who put her life on hold for 8 months while serving on a Georgia state grand jury, listening to endless evidence about the election crimes of Donald Trump and others, has given some interviews about her time as a grand juror. Exactly as she's entitled to do. So friends, Special Counsel Jack Smith didn't just fire a shot across the bow, he fired a cannon across the bow regarding the way he is dealing with the Mike Pence subpoena issue. Well, friends, based on some new reporting, we have now learned that even after the FBI searched Mar-a-Lago, including Donald Trump's personal office and recovered classified documents. After that time, Trump had even more classified documents in his office at Mar-a-Lago, and these documents had been uploaded to the cloud. So friends, Representative Scott, pardon me, Perry, is trying to keep hidden from the grand jury the contents of his cell phone. But the good news is, Chief Judge Beryl Howell is having none of it. Friends, based on Donald Trump's new unhinged rants, his rhetoric, his name-calling regarding Special Counsel Jack Smith, it's pretty clear. He knows what's coming, and his desperation is showing. Let's talk about that, because justice matters.
It's for sure. Justice matters. Justice matters. Justice matters, matters.